supposed to put the dishes away every morning or every night. I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. Sometimes we leave some dishes in the sink. Sometimes I leave some of Augie's babas out on the counter. To be honest, it's 2 days of babas. Might as well take care of it. I believe in striking, what is it, striking while the iron's hot. Or, I don't know what the expression is, but there's an expression for it. And I'm going to live the expression right now as I put my dishes in the dishwasher. Yeah, it's all pretty good. It's more than pretty good. It's very good. I think it's important I missed one. We congratulate ourselves a little bit when we do good things. It's easy to scold ourselves when we screw up. How many times are you walking down the street and you go, oh, darn it, Ken, that was stupid, or oh, don't be silly, or, to yourself. I don't know. I know for me, my own voice can be the meanest one, but anyway. This is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. I smelled it while it was brewing this morning, while I was walking by doing my thing. I don't even know what my thing is. My thing this morning is staggering around in a daze. Give you a quick view. I hope you enjoyed this view. We only got about a week left. Gonna miss it. It's a pretty view. Pretty place. But there's other pretty places. And we'll find another pretty place that'll be just right. Sorry, gotta get my stuff into position. Gotta pop my butt down. Got my watch here. Got my water here. Got my candle. Got my lighter. Got my wipes in case anyone needs a quick diaper change. Got my M&M wrapper. I tore into a bag of Sharon-sized peanut M&Ms last night. I'd already had dinner. Hadn't had any sweets in a couple days. Made up for it last night. Don't worry, I didn't finish the party size bag of M&Ms, but I sure put because that would be obscene. But I did put some damage into the bag. Good morning, Scott Concrete. Good morning, Recon. Good morning. Hey, Courtney Beasley. Thank you so much for following the host. Or wait, it changed. It used to say following the host. It now says following the live creator. I don't know. Either way. Why up so early? I don't know. Well, because I didn't sleep that well. I mean, I got to be at work in an hour and 20. I get to be at work in an hour and 20 minutes. Do you see how quickly I catch myself? How seamlessly I catch myself? How improving I am getting a little bit. Good morning, Mama Hamilton. Hello, wonderfully made. Hello, another Ashley. I'm glad we have another Ashley because we probably have like 5 or 6 Ashleys on this stream. Good morning, wonderfully. Hi, Thomas Williams. Hello, Cindy Lynn. Hello, thank you for liking the live. Hello, user. Where's Grandpa? I don't know what that means. Hello, Mike Thomas. Sounds insulting. Hello, Mark. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name. Oh, yes, my name. It's nice to meet you too, wonderfully made. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday morning. It's so hard to keep track of the days. It is Wednesday morning. It is May 24th, and it is about 5:40 a.m. Happy Wednesday. Again, I said this was Coffee with Ken. And this is a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show it's important to me, where I wake up, get my day started, and try and go live as quick as possible just to give you the real authentic self. the pre-caffeinated self, the foggy-headed, sleepy-eyed person we wake up and usually only we see staring back at us in the mirror. I'm staring at you. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know this isn't only a show. I'm from Naperville, Illinois, which is a town just west of Chicago. Good morning, Keith. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me. Hi, Johnny B. Oh, thank you, Cindy Lynn, for following the creator. I'm going to try and not address any individual questions for the next moment because I got to get through this because I am so excited to take my first sip of coffee. And for anybody watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. It is a show, of course, about me sharing my love of coffee because it's what gets me out of bed in the morning. I mean, not that really. It wasn't that this morning. It was gratitude. I was struggling. I was going through some yucky thoughts. And I grabbed my phone and on popped a TikTok, and it was a prayer to God about gratitude and feeling grateful about things. And that helped me get out of bed. And, when I'm going through my gratitude or the things I'm thankful for or grateful for, the good night's sleep, the comfort in the bed are usually top couple, the strength in my body, another day. But usually I wrap it up going, coffee? And that's what gets me out of bed. And I kind of waddle over. I don't know if I'm waddling. Do you guys remember Weebles? I wonder who remembers Weebles. We should bring the Weeble back. I bet you they'd be popular. I bet you my son would love the Weebles. Because you know what Weebles do? Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Do you remember them? They were like little potato-shaped guys that were wider at the bottom. And they went, wah, 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 wah. And they were Weebles. I think they'd be I know. My son would think they're hilarious. He could sit and wobble. He's 2. I remember when I was older. Obviously, I don't remember being 2. But he would sit and swat that Weeble around all day, I bet. He would love them. Does anybody out there have any seed money? Because I don't, but it's my idea, so I want a piece of it. Let's bring Weebles back. I know. Yeah, they wobble, but they do not fall down. They certainly don't fall down. But anyway, I thought they were fun. I think they'd work. I bet you they would. I bet you somewhere somebody out there is going to see this and go, hey, now there's a $1 billion idea. And they're going to be the next Cabbage Patch or whatever. So, hello from Texas, Fort Worth. But anyway, let's get to what this show's really about. It's about the coffee. And I am so excited to have my first sip. And I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got some hot coffee in front of you. Cheers to us. I wonder if like professional wine tasters shut their eyes when they taste the wine. Because I kept my eyes shut, as you may have noticed, during those 3 delicious sips of my coffee. And probably, I'm guessing, if you shut one sense down, it allows your, neurons or your brain to focus on your other senses a little bit more. It's probably why, blind people probably have more acute hearing and vice versa. And again, just shut my eyes. I think I could really experience the coffee hitting my tongue and the warmth and the sliding down my esophagus. But anyway, for anyone watching, it's the cinnamon dolce, and it's delicious. I think I'm probably going to stick with the cinnamon dolce for the next 6 or 7 days, the next week that I'm here. I have a bag and a half of that, and I think it'll probably be just enough to get me through. I don't want to add to the inventory, as Anybody that knows the show that's watching would know if I could, I'd have a Sumatra in the mix. I could. I might. I don't know. I won't say never. But anyway, how you guys doing? How you feeling? How'd you sleep? I slept spotty. I had a lot on my mind. I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot on my plate and a lot of things to do. And sometimes that is life. And sometimes in life we have a lot of things and we feel overwhelmed and we feel afraid and we feel we don't know what to do or how to go or where's our next step should be or what's the right decision or what's the right good morning crispy fried chicken. What the right steps are to take. And I'd kind of almost forgotten about it. I'd kind of been fairly peaceful the last 3 or 4 months, whereas maybe 6 months ago I was living in fear and living in terror and scared every morning. And kind of forgotten about what to do when you're scared or you're worried or you're anxious or you're nervous or you got a ton on your mind or a ton on your schedule or a ton on your plate. And I think gratitude's a great way to start, but when you're done with that, it's putting your one foot or in front of the other and taking a step and moving forward. And it might be just going to the bathroom or brushing your teeth or getting the coffee started. Because as they say, a walk of 1,000,000 miles starts with a single step. And after you go to the washroom and brush your teeth and get the coffee started, you'll sit down, you'll do your Coffee with Ken show. You'll take a few sips, you'll feel a little better, you'll have some cereal, you'll hop in the shower, you'll go off to work, you'll make a difference in the day, you'll feel better about things, feel accomplished, you'll earn a little money, you'll share some smiles and some joy with people at work, and pretty soon your day is done. you know. And that's kind of how life is sometimes. Sometimes, you kind of float through life. Everything seems easy. Sometimes it's not so easy. And I think that's the time that we probably remember to have faith and have belief and maybe bring God into our life and prayer and worship and gratitude. Mama said he's very ill. He's 89. What's best for your dad? Mama Hamilton, I don't know you and I don't know your dad, although I do know your name. I love the stuffing on him. Tell me I love him. I mean, he's very ill and he's 89. When you're 89, our time is limited for all of us, whether we're 59 or 39 or 89. The clock goes pretty quickly. And I think as we age, we tend to get happier in life because we appreciate the time that we do have. And if your dad's 89 and he's not feeling well, tell him you love him. And say a little prayer, and think fondly of him. I don't know, and I feel for you because I know it's hard losing a parent. But that's what I would say. It was kind of interesting. My mom, as I talked about several times, died of Alzheimer's 3 or 4 years ago, and I really should know whether it's 3 or 4. But don't want to make a joke, but I could. And what was interesting about that is the writing was on the wall, and you could see her decline over the last 10 years of her life. And it kind of gave us an opportunity, or me an opportunity, I'll just speak for myself, not my siblings or my dad, to get some closure and to be ready for it and be prepared and see the life kind of slowly falling out of her, physically and mentally. And it was hard, but again, I think in some ways it made the actual passing a little bit easier because it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise. We saw it coming, and when she finally passed, it was almost a relief because she was so ready to go. So I'd say love the stuffing out of your dad and tell him you love him, and tie up any loose ends, and what have you. So I'm going to drink a little more coffee. I don't know how much I have for you today. We started on a fairly heavy topic. My topics range from whatever pops in my mind, and whatever pops in my mind runs the whole gamut of possibilities, from silly little things to things like the weather, to dogs, to my son. I've gotten a little sloppy around the house. I used to be very anal, but about picking up every. I have my son. I'm twice divorced, for anybody new. And I have a beautiful little nugget of love, Augie, who's my son, and a little daughter, Eve, who's 7 months. Augie's 2 years. And I have a couple of older daughters that I love a ton too. They're 17 and 14, but they're pretty busy in life. So I spend a lot of time with Augie, and or as much time as possible. And I always know Augie's been here because I have pens strewn about my house. And one of his favorite things to do is open up the drawer and grab a handful of pens, and whoosh. He's really animated when he throws them. And what he does is, I call it a chuck, because he doesn't just throw, he chucks things. And I have pens strewn about my home. And in some ways that makes me smile, although I miss it that he's not here. And I'm a little bothered that there's a mess on my floor. Part of it is a good feeling that makes me smile and think of his little angelic face and his big open mouth whenever he's taking a bite of anything, and his sweetness and his goodness and his warmth and his hugs and his cuteness. He's just learning how to pull the covers up over him. I think he's copying his dad. We sometimes will get on the bed and maybe watch a YouTube video on my phone or something like that, and I'll pull the covers up over his legs. And I didn't think he liked it at first, but now I notice if I throw him by the pillows, and yes, I sometimes do throw him. I mean, not like violently, but I kind of drop him from up high. He likes that. He thinks that's pretty funny. Not super up high, but he bounces. It's fun. He's a boy. I'm a boy, and we think it's fun. But anyway, he'll be sitting on the pillows, and I'll see him pulling the covers up, or sometimes he'll, like, if there's laundry on the bed or something, he might take a shirt and think it's a coat or a cover and pull it up on over him because he wants to get cuddly cozy on the bed and watch a video with his dada, and it's the sweetest little thing. And we cuddle close, and we'll rest our heads together, and he's learning the phone, which I'm not saying is a good thing, but he certainly knows what the YouTube app looks like on my phone. And he likes to push it, and he likes to grab the phone, and he likes to lean it against various things. Because he sees, because my phone's leaned against my speaker right now, and he sees me do that. And he's not quite as coordinated. Not that I'm super coordinated, but he's only 2. And he'll push it, and his thumbs will stop whatever video's playing or flip the video off. But we make do, and we soldier on, and we move forward, and we have a great time together. And I miss him, and I love him very much. He's my little nugget of love, and his name's Augie, and he's beautiful. So let's have a little more coffee. I see the sun just peeping through the trees off to the east. It's 5 minutes to 6 o'clock. I'm building up my enthusiasm, building up my energy, building up my excitement for the day. There's a whole bunch I need to accomplish. I got a bunch done yesterday, but there's a bunch more to do today. And looking forward to sinking my teeth into it and getting some things done and moving forward and feeling productive and feeling enthused and feeling grateful. And, I think, again, I've talked about it a lot. I think it's easy to feel grateful for some of the big things, like the love of my son or what have you. But I think it's more important to feel grateful when the times are tough, and to realize, even if you're struggling or you're anxious or you're hurting or you're scared, that there's a beautiful bird out on that branch that I can see right now. And thank God for the beautiful bird that's on the branch, although it just flew away. I think it's most important to feel gratitude when you're hurting, if that makes sense. And I think so often when we're feeling good, we take life for granted. And again, because life seems easy and you think you deserve it all and that you're just so awesome. And that's why life's great. But then when you're getting your butt kind of knocked around a little bit, and there were some stories I could tell you about yesterday, some disappointments from yesterday. I actually interviewed at a company, and not a company, a fairly high-end restaurant in town, because I'm working at a super Target and have been. You're welcome, Kevin. I have been for the last 4 months, and I used to be a realtor. I was a realtor for 17 years, twice divorced, was tired of real estate, left it at the beginning of the year, and needed a job. And, I'm looking back at my career going, hey, I did fairly well in real estate, but not great. That's nothing on a resume, really. And I could change my attitude about that. And before that, I was a stockbroker, but that was so long ago. But I didn't have a career like I'm a pharmaceutical sales guy, and I'm going to go from Merck to Pfizer to Abbott Labs or what have you. So I'm trying to redefine myself at 54. And hello there, Ohio. And find a new career, a new passion, something to do when I grow up, because we're always growing up. And I started working at a super Target. And, I kind of like it. It's an entry-level job, and it's more physical than I probably would want, ideally at 54, but it feels good. It feels productive. And my favorite part about it is the customer interaction, that I have people strolling down my aisle that I can help all the time and answer questions and make smile and say something funny to, or just stay out of their way sometimes, because I tend to be in the way, because I got that big cart here, and I don't know. No matter where I put it, that's where they want whatever's right behind it. We always want what we can't have. But anyway, so I enjoy that, and but the pay's not nearly enough. It's kind of ridiculous. The pay's about a third of what I really need, and I'm working full time. So I interviewed at a fairly high end restaurant. I've been a waiter a few different times in my life. What's nice about waiting tables is the pay can be fairly decent, and you can get paid fairly quickly. And anyway, had a great interview, and it was totally spontaneous, and I was proud of it. And I was sitting at Starbucks because it was my day off at Target, and I saw that they were hiring, and I filled out an online application. I'm going, I don't like online applications. So I got up and walked down the street, because the restaurant was right down the street from where I was at, and met with the bartender, talked to him for a little bit, and then talked to the manager, or what was her title? I don't know. She had a more important title than that. And she loved me, and I loved the position, and I loved the restaurant, and I loved the food. And but she couldn't hire me, it turned out. And I won't go into specifics about it because they're not that relevant. But I was really hurt at the time, and really disappointed, and really let down, and really sad. And I probably still am a little bit. But I truly believe things happen for a reason, and that I'm not meant to work at that job or be in that location, or be, for whatever reason, I'm not meant to be there, and or else I'd be there, because I was excited about being there. I was going to start on Thursday, and it didn't quite work out. But that's not, we won't talk about that, because we're letting it go. We haven't totally let it go, but we're letting it go. It's a work in progress. Let's have a little more coffee. So anyway, I'm going to be grateful for what I do have, and what I do have is a healthy mind and healthy body, and a pot of coffee, and a job that I fairly enjoy, and that I get to work hard at, and that I make a difference at. And there's a lot to be grateful for, and sometimes we forget about that. And I know this morning at 4:30 when I woke up this morning, my mind was racing, and I was bummed about the interview yesterday. Not the interview went great, but just the way it turned out. And was feeling the weight of the world, and then, I don't know, honestly, I think I think for some reason when I grabbed my phone, a video came on about being grateful, and it was a prayer to start your day with. And I don't know how the phone knows what you need, but the phone knew what I needed. And it got me thinking of gratitude and got me moving forward and got me here talking to you guys on this Wednesday morning. And it's going to get me through this cup of coffee. It's going to get me a delicious bowl of Cinnamon Life cereal. I strongly recommend it. And I work in the cereal aisle at a super Target. So I know my cereal. I recommend the Cinnamon Life. And I got a box yesterday. Augie and I went shopping, and he was so fun to share. I cannot tell you how many people smile at him in the aisles. He's a special little boy, I'll promise you that. And he's fun to hang out with. So I'm looking forward to my day. I'm looking forward to getting going and getting some things accomplished and feeling good and moving forward. And no matter what comes at me, know there's a reason for it, and that it's guiding me down the path that I'm supposed to be on. And that was one of the things I said. Hello, Robert Montgomery. One of the things I said I was grateful for. I was saying, thank you, God, for guiding me down my path. And then I paused and I go, although it can be a very bumpy path, but thank you nevertheless. And that's true. And I think the path we're on can be very bumpy. And life can kick the poop out of you. But again, that's what life does sometimes. And if it was all easy, life probably wouldn't be any fun. So let's have a little more coffee. Way to go, Kevin. Do you like being single? Do I like being single? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just divorced. I am at peace being alone. I used to be panicked when I was single. I haven't dated in a long time. I used to be panicked and feeling like I needed somebody. And now, I don't know if it's because I'm older or calmer or what have you, but I enjoy quiet times at home and getting to sleep early and getting to work early and doing my thing and what have you. I look forward to finding somebody that, I can go see a movie with or meet out for coffee on a little more regular basis than just a friend. I got plenty of friends. But somebody I can talk to in ways that maybe you don't just talk to a friend with. And, I look forward to that, but that'll come in time. And in the meantime, I'm doing pretty darn well alone. And I think this is a time in life that I should be alone. I'm getting over a kind of painful, hard divorce. And, I think that takes... I think we need to heal from that. I think a lot of times in life, people hop from one relationship to the next. And, I got some still hurt in me. And I think if I would have jumped into another relationship right away, I would have, brought the bitterness that always comes from divorce into that relationship. And that would have been silly. So I'm kind of just enjoying my time single. But again, like I said, I look forward to going to see a movie with a woman, or dinner, or meeting out for coffee, or going on some dates, or holding hands and all that sort of stuff. But that'll come when I'm ready for it, and when it's meant to come. And but I'm looking forward to that. And I doubt that's too far away, because I'm feeling a little better every day and doing the right things and making the right moves and drinking a lot of coffee and smiling a heck of a lot and, I don't know, laughing a lot, crying sometimes, and worrying a little bit. But such is life. And I think that's all okay. So I'm going to have a little more coffee. It is Wednesday morning. I hope you guys your week started out good. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're excited about your day. If you're anxious, if you're stressed, if you're panicked right now, find something to be grateful for. Whether it's a bird on a branch outside, or the coffee you have left in the kitchen, or the cinnamon life you have waiting to be eaten, because I'm grateful for all those things. And I hope you can find something to be grateful for too, because it'll get you through the hard times. I promise you that. And keep moving forward. Love yourself, forgive yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.